found the font of life. Prosperity is on its way.
We need to fight anyone who wants to live in freedom. Freedom is in danger. Reclaim your life. Rebel. Reunite.
We found the font of life. Prosperity is on its way.
We need to fight anyone who wants to live in freedom. Freedom is in danger. Reclaim your life. Rebel. Reunite.
We found the font of life. Prosperity is on its way.
We need to fight anyone who wants to live in freedom. Freedom is in danger. Reclaim your life. Rebel. Reunite.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Okay, so before anything else, we're gonna test out the audio. Last time, in the last live stream, we had a couple of issues. So I'm gonna have Álvaro and Márcia sound up for you guys and say hi, and you guys tell us if you can hear us. So Álvaro, if you could say hi.
Hi guys, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Márcia now.
Hi everyone, can you hear?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for chat to catch up to us and tell us if everything's okay. But yeah, hello everyone. I'm running. Loud and clear. Yeah, apparently they can hear us loud and clear. Okay, great. So we had a couple of issues the last time around. I guess we just moved to a new office and we had a new setup, but now we have a much nicer setup and things should go much smoother from here on out. So happy holidays to everyone. I guess it's December, it's a Christmas month. We have a lot of stuff to show to you guys today and a lot of really cool stuff. And yeah, before we even start on the live stream, for those who don't know me, I'm Tiago. I'm the studio's community manager, and I'm accompanied by Álvaro, our art director, who's gonna be live sculpting something for us today, and by Márcia, our resident painter. If you guys could say hello again.
Hey guys, so Álvaro here. I'll be sculpting another type of Christmas ornament for you guys to put on your trees. And this time I will be sculpting like a star to put on the top of the tree. And I hope you like the model, the live stream, and our new bundle.
Yeah, Márcia.
Hi guys, I started before the live and I applied primer just to take to have more time to finish as much as I can.
Yes. So Marcia is gonna be painting the first hero we're gonna talk about today, the Panda Man, the Panda Man Mecha Rider. We're gonna get into that in just a little bit, but some of you guys may be wondering what is this behind me right now. So in the last live stream, Alvaro live sculpted the Christmas ornament mimic, and is available right now. It's available on all of our December bundles. So if you have either Pencha Under Siege, or if you subscribe to us for the first time today, this is gonna be available for you. You can go and check it out, and it's and it's a really fun like life-size mini, so you can liven up your Christmas tree. We've seen several examples already of people printing them and posting pictures into our community, so people really seem to enjoy these things that we do, which makes us very happy. So here you go, just the first of many little Christmas gifts that we're getting to you guys. So let's get into this month's bundle, The Rebels Strike Back. And first off, we have Zhaobo and Carnage Inc., the Red Pandaman Mecha Rider. So Zhaobo is the little red panda bear man. Who the panda bear man? It sounds a little bit like the man bear pig, right? So he's the red panda bear man, and he's piloting Carnage Inc., a little mecha. So yeah, Zhaobo would be like, I actually have like the 32 millimeter of him here. You guys are not gonna be able to see it. We're gonna show the Marcy's painting the 75. Yeah, we're gonna show you guys the burst version of this hero. But yeah, Zhaobo, it's really tiny. He would be like a small creature, or maybe even a tiny creature in like 5e terms. But his suit, Carnage Inc., is actually a medium-sized creature, and they are separate entities. You can't like take off the. They are separate. Yeah, I think the Marcia is painting him there. She's painting Zhaobo right now, and yeah, let's see how this incredible concept art by Albert Saraiva translated into the sculpt. Who I just dropped a little piece of the mini here. So let's see how it translates into the bust version. Marcia is painting the 75 millimeter version. So yeah, this concept art of Zhaobo is by Victor Prado. And yeah, it really like there's all the fur details. Like when you're doing stuff like this, like hard surfaces and mechs and robots and stuff like that, you kind of need something to break the patterns, right? And Zhaobo is just that. He's our little furry kind of rocket raccoon looking little panda bear. Yes, he is removable. It would be a real pain in the ass to paint him if he wasn't removable. Yeah, Net is trying to remove the top right now just to showcase that. Yeah, you just
I show you too.
yeah, Marcia, if you could show it. Yeah, Marcia is doing it. No need. So yeah, he's removable. You can you can have the mech without him, and I don't know, have your own pilot for him if you want to. But yeah, so the Carnage Inc. So Zhaobo is not, he's not a particularly peaceful person. He's like an up close and personal kind of fighter. He doesn't actually has like glass on the protect him from the blood spatter. I like to think he enjoys it. So yeah, on the red fur, you probably can't even see it, right? The blood spatter. So yeah, he has like this giant demolition bomb for a left fist, and this like just wicked brass knuckles for a right fist, and just on his right shoulder that is turning around there, just a bunch of little rocket launchers. So yeah, he's an all-around. He joined the rebels and the resistance. He's not really like a cause fighter. He just likes to cause trouble, and he just likes carnage and destruction, which is a beautiful concept to have mixed in with this little tiny cute panda man. So yeah, the Zhaobo is definitely one of the favorites from this bundle ever since we released the concept art for it. And he's definitely one of the favorites here at Loot as well. Uh, Although, like, there were a couple of people here who were kind of skeptic about Zhaobo before we put out the vote. And they have been proven wrong. Let's just say that. Yeah, so this is Zhaobo, our first hero of the bundle. And of course, all of our heroes come in three different scales. They come in, all of the minis come in 32 and 75, but the heroes also have the bust versions, which is what we're showcasing now. Yeah, so our next hero is Arthur, the champion of liberty. Yeah, let me see if I can give you guys a little bit of a better look at the concept here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. So there's a couple of teams in this bundle. If you are also subscribed to our fantasy bundle, you may notice that for December we decided to go with war and conflict themes, right? So we have so for Penshal Under Siege we have like the Dragon Cultists and the City of Penshal, and for the Rebel Strike Back we have the UMW military, and we have the Rebels. Arthur is one of the heroes for this bundle. He's the one of the rebels, but you may notice as we move on later to the other to the UNW troops that he wears like kind of a similar armor. Like there's an aesthetic similarity, let's say, between his armor, his awesome armor, and the armor from the United Milky Way's troops. That's on purpose. He's a defector. Like, yeah, at some point he just noticed, well, this is not working out for me. They're asking me to do things that go against my morals. And then he defected. He's the guy that believes that he can go back and defeat the guys at the top that are screwing everything up, and he can make things right if only he can ascend to the throne, so to speak. Like the Arthur name is not a coincidence, right? And let's move on now to the sculpt, the 75mm sculpt. This one by Diogo Colares. And here we have him. Here we have Arthur. So he's got like most of the rebels in this bundle have like kind of like this put together piecemeal armor, right? Or like there's a lot of signs of wear and tear on their equipment. Arthur a little bit less so. He's more of like a trained military guy. But you can see like he's been through some stuff, right? He's got some battle damage on him. He's been through a couple of wars, and he's not like he's not a cyborg just because, oh, let me gouge my eyes out and replace them with prosthetics, right? It's like cybernetic prosthetics. It wasn't a choice. It was like a necessity of his line of work. So yeah, he's like this huge dude that I'm sure you guys are gonna find a lot of uses for. You can use him as an enemy as well, or as a leader of one of your armies if you're playing some a war game or something. And of course, he's got the huge gun, but he's also got the blade here, a little bit of a futuristic Excalibur. Uh, yeah. So this is and this is the bust version of Arthur. You can see a little bit more detail on this one. It's enlarged. Like the position of the sword is a little bit different. Sometimes we do a couple of adjustments to bust version just to balance it out better, right? When they're not, otherwise they would like tip over to one side or the other. Uh, so yeah, this is like full plate armor. Some someone saying sci-fi full plate armor warrior. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm following chat and looking to comments and just who like like for myself I like to play like the big beefy dude that like I usually play a paladin in D&D or something, and usually I like to tank. This guy is definitely a tank. Like he's got this scars. Like he's the kind of guy that leads his troops into battle and leads by example, right? So he's the tip of the spear, so to speak. So let's move on to our next and last hero for this bundle, but not the last bust. The next one we have is Sarah Tree, or rebellious leader. She's actually the leader of the rebellion. So yeah, she's also technically a defector of the UNW. She's a cyborg, and like her life as a member of the United Milky Way is literally a past life for her. She was like Sarah 2 when she was a member of the United Milky Way. Uh, and actually, let me pick her up here and just take a good hard look at her. She was a scientist, and she realized what all UMW was doing with her research, and she was like, "Oh no, this will not do at all." And yeah, she started the rebellion. She founded it, and yeah, she worked from inside the organization for a little bit, but eventually she left, and she started her new life as Sarah Tree. And let's and just an amazing concept. Like the hover bike is just ah, it's just lovely. And the actual sculpt, let's take a look at it, by Diogo Colares. Sorry guys, when I'm speaking in English, sometimes I default to like how an English speaker would say a name from somewhere else. So it's Diogo Colares. This amazing sculpt, and the sculptor really nailed the illusion of flight here, right? She's actually supported on a single point, but like all of our bases, the foot of the miniature is indented a little bit into the base, so it's actually like really secure. You get it in there with a little bit of super glue, and it will not break easily. So yeah, she's the leader of the rebellion. She cannot be caught or killed, so she needs to stay mobile. Therefore, the hover bike or the jet bike. I love the jet engine detail. Right, it's not just the sometimes with hover bikes and stuff like that. It's just like the frame of a of a motorcycle, and it just kind of floats there. But yeah, I really like this. I really like it gives the idea of, yeah, this could go real fast. It doesn't, it's flying low, let's say. Uh, so yeah, this is Sarah. Let's move on to her bust figure now. Yeah, just look at that. We're probably gonna do yeah, it's loot sci-fi, so we're probably gonna have a lot more cyborgs, a lot more androids and a lot more aliens in the future. So yeah, you guys might as well get used to it. All of this awesomeness is going to continue. Uh, okay, so this is Sarah, the uh, or or Android envoy. Let's now just a second while change things up here. So, uh, like I said, we're doing a little bit something a little bit different for December. So for December, besides the heroes, we also have the villains, and our first villain is gonna be and forgive me if I get this wrong a couple of times. Our lore master is specifically making a couple of names that are hard for me to pronounce. I'm gonna get him back someday for that. Let me sip some water. His name is Repudets. Repudets, the UMW general. So yeah, he's the you can see like there's some similarities between his armor and iconography in his armor and iconography in our second hero today, Arthur. And yeah, they were once part of the same organization. But Repudets has been yeah, let's say they have been taking different approaches to things. So this guy follows orders blindly, and he has a very specific mindset and a very specific objectives for the UMW. But yeah, maybe, and if you check out the lore, maybe he wasn't always like this. You know, maybe he was corrupted. Who knows? Yeah, guys should definitely check out the lore in this month's magazine to find out more. So yeah, let's go to the actual model. I'm just waiting so it turns around a little bit here. Yes, let's go. So this sculpt is by Daniel Sanchez. And yeah, I think he really both the concept artist and Danielle really captured like the evil, right, the villainous of this miniature, his the imponence of the evil before us here. I love the detail actually of his cloak, and let me get him here. I love the detail of his cloak, and you can see like his cloak is actually like the wind is blowing from behind him, or maybe it's just the movement, and it like connects the cloak connects the miniature in just like really beautiful way. It really helps to like shape the miniature, like gives it a really nice silhouette. And yeah, I see a couple of a couple of comparisons here. Yeah, so yeah, great villain guy. Yeah, I'm gonna change we're gonna change the bust version now, but there's a lot of really great things that you can do with this miniature. I wonder like how are you guys gonna do like the wrinkly skin and the face. Yeah, oh, I actually transitioned back just a second. I'm gonna transition back, you guys. Here we go. So yeah, he kind of knows he's better than the rebel scum, and he's being smug about it. That's the vibes I get from Repudets. Who did I even say that right? I don't think so. You can see like the respirator going back into the tank on his back. That's a characteristic you guys are gonna see on a couple of the miniatures from the United Milky Way. It's like, yeah, it's space and it's dangerous and it has dangerous planets and dangerous places for you to go. So yeah, probably you should wear a mask and a respirator. So for our next villain, we're gonna have, whew, and this is another hard one to pronounce, folks. We have here, and let me check my cheat sheet. He's Flaken Razorn, the Supreme Commander, or Echidna Scion. So he's another one of our original alien races. We're trying to build up a couple of different alien races in this run, right? In this since we've started with sci-fi, we've been trying to do a couple of original things, and then we're gonna build up on it. So you can expect to see guys like this come back in the future, just with not the exact same character, but definitely like there are gonna be similar aliens, let's say. So eventually, you guys can build up your little army, your little troop, and you guys are gonna have a lot of play options. So yeah, this like the UMW's leader currently. They probably were like a federation kind of deal before. He's kind of ascended to power through use of he's both a telepath, but he's telekinetic, but he's also a telepath. So yeah, he's been manipulating things from behind the scenes for a while now. And there's just something, no pun intended, really alien about him. He's a humanoid, but he's definitely not human as we think of humans and as we think of people. He doesn't think in the same terms of like emotion and compassion that we would, for instance. So yeah, let's actually go to the sculpt. And this sculpt, let me check, is by Daniel Sanchez as well. Let me just transition here. So here he is. Ooh, this thing keeps moving around. Again, we're really playing with the sci-fi subscriptions, with the anti-gravity stuff and floating miniatures, and the way his robes are turning here, and the way the pieces of like the ground are bending to his will around him, like the pieces of, it's probably a spaceship or a space station or something. So he probably shouldn't be like ripping it apart. But yeah, when Rebel Scum attacks, maybe you should take a couple of desperate measures. So yeah, the way his cloak is positioned and the way it connects to the ship, the mini connects to the ship around him, like just gives him like this. I'm not gonna say weightlessness, but like lightness, right? He feels like he should feel. A character that is not super strong, but he's very, very powerful in other ways. So yeah, another great win for the team. And of course, we have a bust version for him as well. So yeah, this month we have 6 different bust guys. Like the heroes get a bust and the villains get a bust. Everyone's got busts. Not everyone, but you know. Like a lot of the greater characters from the bundle. Let me just. So yeah, this is something a lot of people like busts. Some people buy the subscriptions just for the busts. They love to paint them. They love what we do. And yeah, once in a while we gotta throw them a bone, right? We gotta do something that is great for everyone and it's gonna be great for them as well. So we're not gonna be able to, probably not gonna be able to do like 6 busts every month, but you know, once in a while we can add a couple extra things, just to really thank you guys for all your support. So let me just, before I get onto the next villain, I'm gonna transition here to the Márcia screen. Let's get a close up at what Márcia is doing. I think it's just like it's like 32mm miniatures. I can't even imagine like how hard it is to paint them, right? And how precise you gotta be. And Zhaobo here is a small one, even for like 32 millimeter standards. So it always really impresses me, like the amount of control and detail Marcia is able to put into these miniatures. Mwah, just beautiful, Marcia.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go back to the concepts and review our last villain for this bundle and the last bust. And this one's he's kind of a big boy. So we have here and this one is actually much easier to say. He's the Turret Master 60K. So he's got the United Milky Way's iconography as well, like the kind of four-pointed star, right, with the one of the points elongated. But here's the thing: he's completely sentient. He's not he's not like a mindless drone, a mindless robot. Of course, if you want to use him like that in your games, that's up to you. But he is not mindless, and he's not in it specifically. He's kind of like Zhaobo a little bit. He's not in it for the cause. He's in it for the money. He's in it to get paid. And United Milky Ways are the best payers around. So yeah, he's gonna work for them, and he's been working for them for a while. And yeah, let's go actually now to the miniature. And this miniature is an amazing sculpt, an amazing translation of the concept to the miniature by Uriel Mendes. So yeah, just like this big thing that you don't want to see in the battlefield. He's got the rocket launchers with like various different rocket options, right? So he doesn't need to specifically blow you up. He can just there's probably like some poison gas stuff. I don't know, man. I actually didn't have a chance to check the character stats for this month, but yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going for him. Like the forearms are just blades. So yeah, I think and there's this great contrast, right, between like this guy who is like the big kind of robot dude for the villains, and we have Zhaobo, and Zhaobo is more of a let's say pummeling damage kind of guy. The Turret Master 60K, if he's not hitting you with the turrets, if he has to get up close and personal, he's gonna deal like slashing damage or something. So yeah, there's this great contrast between like the heroes and the villains for this bundle, like the rebellion and the UMW military, and all of those are just really great. Yeah, we're gonna transition now to the bust or last bust for today. Okay, so yeah, this is the bust again, like a little bit of a different position, kind of a macabre position. Maybe this is probably his standby setting, right? He doesn't need to be active all the time. He's just maybe he doesn't go into instead of going into the passenger transports, he goes into the cargo transports, and he just like goes into a bit of a sleep mode, let's say, and that's how he does it, which is creepy as hell, if you ask me. But hey, to each their own. So yeah, these are the heroes and villains for this bundle, and we've been doing this for like half an hour, and there's just like so much more stuff to show for this bundle. Yeah, let's get on to the rebels now. Let's show a little bit more of the rebel faction, because even if they are not heroes, they are great characters and absolutely fantastic miniatures. So the next one we have is the Bazooka Meowser. And yeah, once in a while we have to allow ourselves to have some fun with a miniature, right? These guys are just let's just say they're a blast to have around, and that can be a good or a bad thing depending on which side of the battlefield you are. Uh, so, yeah, like these guys are prone to like big bursts of energy, followed by a lot of laziness. So yeah, working with explosives, it just suits them perfectly. Uh, a long reload time, but a lot of damage when they when they can. Uh, yeah, let me transition into the miniature now. I think the we've been experimenting with a lot of like smoke effects and explosion effects, and yeah, I think this one turned out kind of amazing. Uh, yeah, check it out, the Bazooka Meowser, a sculpture by João Comaceto. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna transition right quick to. Yeah, here we go. We need to change a couple of settings in Marcia's camera, so you guys can see her painting the mecha better. But yeah, just like all of the little pieces of debris flying away from the explosion, he's just like he manages to be both cute and funny, and yeah, just kind of a light-hearted mini in a bundle about war. We have a couple of those, and yeah, people love this kind of this kind of characters. Yeah, no need for a jetpack, right? When you have the when you can just when you can just wasn't like wasn't there something like this in a game like a Call of Duty game or a Medal of Honor game or something a couple of years ago? It may have been several years ago, like an RPG boost, a rocket boost or something. You jump and you shoot the RPG at the ground at the just the right time, and you propel yourself like really high. Yeah, yeah, you can do that in Worms as well. Yeah, so let me transition back to the regular view here. Just a second. Just a second here, guys. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. So, transitioning back. Ooh, I actually transitioned into the wrong thing. Excuse me, guys. So, we have Marcia with us again, and Álvaro. Yes, the rocket jump. And yeah, Team Fortress 2. Yes, yes, yes. I never actually played the game, I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, it was a meme at the time. And it's one of those fun memories that I'm sure a lot of you guys have. So yeah, the Bazooka Meowser. Yeah, I have to give this one to João Comaceto. Like the way the explosion translated into the miniature, just incredible. Yeah. Let's show the next one now. We have a couple of like a bit more serious kind of Jedi-like warriors next. So the first one we're gonna show is the double-bladed spearman rebel. Let me actually show you guys his face here. So yeah, why bladed weapons in a sci-fi setting, right? Here's why. Because once you develop like all of the armors change from like projectile weapons to energy weapons and stuff like that, and then the other side develops armor that can counter that. Yeah, bladed weapons and like just bludgeoning tools in general and just like melee stuff just becomes really useful again. So yeah, do not underestimate the usefulness of a melee weapon in combat. For a long time, bladed weapons and firearms coexisted. Like melee weapons and firearms coexisted in like real battlefields. At some point, like the melee weapons were just kind of outclassed. But in the future, you can just like give melee weapons just a little bit more oomph, you know, And yeah, they're cutting through metal and they're like really useful again. So yeah, this is the double-bladed spearman rebel, and here is the miniature. Let me get him here. Let me take a good look at him. Like just the glorious beard, right? I love a, I love a, you know, maybe I'm a little biased, but I love a miniature with a good beard, right? A good beard can make or break a miniature for me. So yes, this is like a rebel for the cause, right? He's been through a lot. Let's just say that. Uh, just like all of the other rebels. But there is like this is he's wearing like his power armor. It's not exactly power armor, but it's like enhanced armor. It's a little bit like Mandalorian armor with the gems attached, and you can create an energy field with that, which deflects laser blasts and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why he's the kind of guy that just jumps into combat, runs into enemy lines, and just starts wreaking havoc. Uh, and you know, of course, you can use him as like your Jedi substitute or something. Uh, yeah, just a really cool miniature. Never underestimate the power of the beard. Next up, what we have next? Let's show the Voldenaga two-bladed rebel. Uh, just oh, did I say that the okay? The just go back for a second here. The sculpt of the Spearman Rebel is by Uriel Mendes. Just before I forget. So the double, let's see here, the Voldenaga two-bladed rebel is another. It's a new alien race. Our lore master Gribbo came up with. They are they're actually not carbon-based life forms. They are like they are silicon-based life forms. They subsist in like an entire different kind of food. The armor, like the special armor that the other guy was wearing, was probably developed by these guys because they need the power crystals, the energy crystals, to sustain themselves, right? They cannot eat like food like us carbon-based life forms can. So yeah, this is the Voldenaga or new alien race. They kind of developed the dual-bladed fighting style for and shared it with the rebellion. They aligned with the rebellion. And let me just wait just a second until the miniature comes back around so I can transition here. Yeah, here we go. Here's the actual mini. She's wielding a little bit of a, yeah, her weapon is a little bit of a Thanos helicopter blade, right? Yeah, but and you guys saw what that thing could do in the movie. Uh, just the oh, before I forget, sculpted by Diogo Colares. Just the tendrils, right, that are kind of her hair, just kind of floating around on the backside of her hair. Just a really, really cool alien that I would love to play in a sci-fi game. And it's one of the themes with the bundle as well. You can use these guys as NPCs, but you can also use them as heroes or as villains. Like they're just really, basically every mini in this bundle is like just really, really, really flexible. However you want to use them. Yeah. Why don't you guys tell me in chat if you would like to see more of this race in future bundles? I sure would like to. They just look really cool. It's what I think. Yeah, they just look like awesome. Just kind of an austere expression, that probably kind of just comes with the race. Wait just a second here while I adjust things for the next character. And for the last rebel, and the last character on the side of the rebels, we have, and this one, this one's gonna be difficult. This one is a challenge. He's the rebel, Craig Barisodidit. Rebel, Craig Barisodidits. Craig Barisodidits. Yeah, I think I got that right at least one of those 3 times. Here's what I call them. They are the Craigs. Yeah, the Craigs. So yeah, just they were a species that were elevated by the United Milky Way, but they started like just strip mining their planet, and the Craigs were like, nope, not gonna have that. And yeah, they're just like really cool looking alien. Craig here looks a little bit like one of those background aliens that you have in the original Star Wars trilogy, right? That looked really cool, but at the time they didn't really have the money to make them like look cool for the whole movie. So yeah, but yeah, this like I'd love to see a guy like this in like the Mandalorian series. He looks like he'd be he would speak one of those languages that everyone understands, but that us as the audience were like, huh, what did he just say? Kind of like the Ewoks or Chewie or something like that. Yeah, and they are definitely like made to. They are a harsh people that live in a harsh environment, and they are definitely made to fight. And they are, because of that, they are a great boon for the rebellion that didn't have, at least at the start, a lot of trained soldiers, right? Yeah, Lord Craig. So let's transition into the Sculpting now by Laiuson Kamini. So yeah, just Craig is just like, I imagine he's gonna be really fun to paint. Sometimes we have characters that like have humanoid skin and then armor and then some fur. So there's like a lot of different textures to experiment with. That here you have all of these different characters in just his skin, right? So there's like the rocky outcroppings on his shoulders, his upper shoulders, and his head. There's like the leathery skin. Just there's cloth and metal, of course, but you know, he's a thick boy. He's just a big thick boy. So yeah, and you know, he's got his gun on the gun on his left hand. But you know, sometimes the easiest way to solve a problem is by just smacking it really hard. So that's why the giant club on his right hand. Yeah, it's that thing, like energy weapons in one hand, and you gotta have a way to deal with stuff that is resistant to energy weapons. So there we have the right hand. And yeah, this is it for characters on the rebel side, but we still have one more miniature on the rebel side before we do like the big finale, right? I'm sure you guys know what we're saving for the end. So the next one is the wired drone. So yeah, we have drones on both sides of the battlefield now. It's just like remote controlled fighters, and the wired drone like really encompasses what the rebels are all about, like stylistically. They're like, this is a drone, like an old drone that has been like repurposed, right? And there's all the wires like just hanging out of it. Just Okay. Oh, just a second. I'm gonna see some questions in chat already. I'm gonna answer just a little bit later. So there's this the who there's the wires dropping from his belly, let's say, and yeah, it's just the rebels don't need to make things look pretty and uniform. They just need to make things work. So yeah, this is the this is the this is the third version of a functional wire drone that I can use in combat. Just a second here. Okay, so this is the actual miniature, and again, the sculptor, and for this one was Lailson Camini as well. So Lailson really nailed the floating around look with this one. It's just flowy enough, the wires, and with the base, it just looks really good. Oh, okay. Just checking with my Santa's little helpers around me here. So yeah, this is just a bit of a simpler mini, but I'm sure you guys are gonna find a lot of uses for this one. So yeah, these are all the minis on the Rebel side for now. Let's check out the the military side, right? With first off the most simple of the soldiers, the UMW Trooper in 75 millimeters. Yes, people are setting things up here. So the Trooper is like it's your standard soldier, but don't think of like the stormtroopers. These guys can actually hit things, right? They are very, very precise, and they are employed in situations where you need like minimal collateral damage. So yeah, they're not gonna be blasting blasting the furniture and the bulkheads all around the heroes while the heroes get away unscathed. These guys are actually like fairly good at what they do, you know? Their helmets actually have like functional visors. It's not the let's say the Stormtrooper Star Wars visors that people can't see anything in apparently. So yeah, the UMW Trooper is just a simple, amazing character that you guys can use to make your armies. And let's transition now to the actual miniature. Yes, transitioning. Yeah, we got on the wrong side of the throne, but we got a good look at the back side of the miniature this way. This sculpture of the trooper is by João Comaceto, and you know, it's just the start of our little army here, our little evil army. Yeah, let's just let it turn around a little bit and just soak in all the details. And of course, you know, if you compare this guy to Arthur, Arthur was like a captain. This guy is just a soldier. It's just like a mook. And Arthur's armor is clearly like way better, way more advanced, and way more protective. But you know, you gotta, when you're making an army, sometimes you gotta cut costs on, you know, on your soldiers' equipments. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's such a good idea, but it's absolutely, oh, just a second. Yeah, it's absolutely something that happens even in the real world, unfortunately. Oh, just a second. Somebody's telling us to check the sound. Can everyone hear me? Let's do a couple of sound checks here. Okay, apparently everything is okay with the sound. Let me know if something's wrong. Okay, so next up, which one are we gonna look at next? Let's look at the guy that doesn't need to be as precise. That's not his job. Let's look at the destroyer. So the destroyer is a trooper that has been assigned a bazooka. It's basically what it is. A big rocket launcher thing. It doesn't need to be as precise. It doesn't need to be subtle about what he's doing. Collateral damage is not a worry for him. They don't even train these guys as well. Like their training, they actually have less training than the regular trooper because they don't need to. They can just like the area damage is no joke. So yeah, let's actually transition here to the sculpt, and the demolisher is one by João Comaceto as well. So we're just starting to get a little army here. We have, if you want to use him like that, we have Arthur, the champion of liberty. We have the villain as well, Repudets. Whew, that's still hard to say. We have the trooper and the demolisher, and we certainly have a couple more minis, a couple more incredible minis. So next up, let's show you guys the rider. So the rider is a trooper in a like we need a counterpart for the hero Sarah in the hover bike, right? The rider is just that. He's the speediest of the enemies we have here, likely. Yes, he's definitely the fastest one in the battlefield. His thing is to get around enemy lines and just blast the enemies from the back and just kill them outright. Let's check out now the miniature, and this one is sculpted by João Comaceto as well. João did a lot of the soldiers for this one. Okay. So yeah, this is the rider. The interaction with the base, just the water or dirt or whatever, just being cut by the air being moved out of the way by the speeding bike. Is just gives really transmit that idea of speed, and just really let us just showcases what this mini is all about. Now we're gonna set up the three last miniatures that we just showed to you guys here, and while we do that, I'm gonna transition into Márcia here and into Zhaobo and Carnage Inc. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is Márcia already done? She's gone so far already. Jesus, like this is a 75. Márcia is not painting the 32mm version. She's actually painting like the 75mm version.
And I'm avoiding the back.
Oh yeah. She still has to do the back. But yeah, like she's so fast. Okay, do we have them set up here? Yeah, and after them, we're just gonna show another one. I don't think we even need to remove the ones we have there. There's just one more big soldier that we have to showcase. But here we have it, the three soldiers together. No. This guy, yes. Just a second. So yeah, these three sculpts are just the start of a little army. Maybe we'll come back to this in a future bundle as well. But yeah, there's already a lot to start here. And as the last soldier for the Empire, let me just bring up let me transition here back to the concepts. To the power armor soldier. So this is the power armor soldier. Of course, you're doing it like a sci-fi army. You need a guy in power armor, a guy wearing like this, the big clumsy armor, and big gun on the left hand, probably grenade launcher or something, and the saw blade on his right hand, and yeah, just a big guy, really heavily armored, a big a walking tank on the battlefield. Uh, yeah, we always need one of those, right? And here is. Let me just wait a little bit more while it turns around. And here we go. Here is Know Its Glory by in a scout by Daniel Sanchez. So yeah, this is the power armored soldier. You can see like he still has all of the iconography and the insignias of the United Milky Way army. Yeah, you can go either way. uh, People are saying, imagine taking a bullet from that gun. Yeah, it's probably not a fun day. Can we get like a regular sized soldier next to him just so people can have a size comparison? Just a regular sized soldier. Yes, like that. So yeah, a lot of armor on that guy. A lot, really hard to take him down. It's really thick power armor. Thank God for like endless energy sources in the future, or else this guy was gonna have a lot of trouble moving this armor. So yeah, this is I'm thinking in this galaxy because we did a mech. I don't know if I'm having trouble remember in which bundle we did the last mech now. If it was the previous one or the one before that, we did the big mech. It was the previous bundle, right? Yeah, the Terminator. There was the Terminator robot and the Caval robot, and there was the big one, the mech. I don't remember the name now. With like also with a gun on his left hand and like a saw blade on his right. Yes, I'm talking about the character, and I'm terrible with names, folks, as it's obvious for my butchering of the names of the characters so far. But yeah, I'm thinking this is like a standard combat method in the galaxy. You need a gun and you need something to get up close and personal with. So yeah, and last but not least, for the military, we have a military drone. And yeah, as for the rebels drone, he was like, we did the flying illusion with the drone with the wires, right? The wires are actually the support point for the miniature. And this one is the blast off. It's like the takeoff explosion. I imagine the like in the actual drone would, once it takes off into the air or space or whatever, like the rocket boosters like kind of turn around and turn like horizontal and move forward, so it can move forward like at like great speeds. So yeah, and it's just got a big Gatling gun on it. And yeah, let's see how the sculpt by who Victor Prado, this one, turned out. So again, like the amazing smoke and explosion effects, just like the particles flying away from the base. Yeah, Robson Barros comes to the rescue. It was a Terminator robot in the last battle, the mech the mecha that I was talking about. So yeah, just an amazing little drone. It both completes the UMW's army, and it sets up it finishes like this really nice mirroring that we have between the rebels and the army here, right? So similar types of characters on both sides. We have, for instance, the destroyer with the bazooka on the side of the army, and we have the bazooka Meowser on the side of the rebels. Like, so characters that accomplish similar things, but like wildly different depending on their affiliation. So yeah, this is it for the characters, let's say. And let's just set up something here before we get to the big finale. I'm just gonna set up the barricades and the objects of the bundle here, and then we can do the. I know you've all been waiting for it, but I'm really gonna milk this one. We're gonna wait a little bit until the end to show the the spaceships, folks. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. So yeah, so these are the barricades. We actually have a lot of more different options than just like these three barricades. We have like the destroyed building up top and the wasteland, the like refuse and material here. Uh, but we also have a lot of different walls, and you know, for those of you who are playing war games, I imagine they're gonna be really useful. You can just set them up. They're a bit modular. You can connect them however you like, and then you can like set up obstacles in the battlefield, and you don't need to use the uh, you can have like purpose made terrain for that. I'm just gonna ask you guys to be a little bit patient while we set the terrain up here. Yeah, if we could even set like a couple of characters on the inside of it, I think it would be great. So yeah, while we do that, while we'll set that up, let's talk to Alvaro a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, Alvaro.
Hey, so I was really focused here, but as you can see, I'm doing a star, right? So very generic. However, I did some details on the star, like it was more like handmade, or I'm not sure how do you say this when you
Oh
connect
yes,
metal,
welded,
like
like it was.
welded. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It
Like it
was.
was welded
Yeah, I
with
love
some
it.
bolts here to look a little like sci-fi, but not too clean, right? Um, and obviously, I'm sculpting like an alien star, an alien creature,
Yes,
and I think it will work really well with our mimic ornament, and
yes,
it works really well both for a sci-fi themed tree or a fantasy tree as well. And
yes.
yeah,
I think
that's it.
that's lovely. I love the welding details. It's kind of the star on the Christmas tree of the rebels, right? It's kind of like they had to piece the star together from like scrap metal or something. I love
Yeah,
it.
and it would be really cool to display it like this
Mhm.
when you see the tree. You see this, and you will think, oh, what's
Yeah, what are
this?
those tentacles?
When you look
Why does
behind,
the star have
oh,
tentacles?
yeah,
Okay, we are already getting some requests here. Alvaro is a request from Bare Bones. Uh, he's asking us if we could get this into a mini base as well. He wants to he wants to use it as a character, I guess. I don't think that would be too difficult, right?
yeah. I guess we can do this.
Yeah, yeah, but even it has the conical base already, right? So if you just want to print like the let's say life-size version of the star and use that, it would be kind of a big alien star,
Like
starfish.
the
The
starfish on the Suicide Squad movie.
yeah, the Starro,
Yeah,
right? I was about to say it. It would be a little bit like a Starro situation.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the. Let me set up here. Yeah, we have the terrain set up. So yeah, we have the barriers and we have like the destroyed buildings and the wasteland, and we have like little stairs so people can climb up and up into the walls if they want to. So yeah, just a little bit of really functional terrain that we can do, and all of the objects for this bundle, like the barricades, the wasteland, the stairs, all of this And what's coming up next, the spaceships, it was all sculpted by Anderson Pioli. So it's just amazing, amazing work. And yeah, let's just soak into the barricades a little bit more, and then we can get to the spaceships. And what I'm gonna do for the spaceships is I'm gonna show the both of the concepts at once, and then we're gonna show the both of the spaceships together. I think it's like the comparison is gonna be great with that. Oh, just a second. I think we're
Okay. Oh.
yeah. I'm just asking someone to. I think there was some audio leaking from Marcy's microphone or something, or Alvaro's microphone rather. So yeah, let's get into the spaceships. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to see this. So first off, we have let's start with the rebels with the characters. Let's start with the military this time around. So we have their military spaceship, and I have to say, this ship is just great. The concept art for this bundle was Alberto Saraiva, right, Alvaro?
Yeah.
Yes. So Saraiva really nailed it with this ship. I think it has like this. It has both that futuristic vibe, but it also has kind of that. It reminds me a little bit of some classic American cars, like a Cadillac, right? It's a bit of like the Cadillac of spaceships, right? You gotta shell out some money to have a spaceship like this. And actually, let's. I said we're gonna show both ships together, but we're gonna do that later. Let's show up the ship now because it's really great. And you guys can see like with the 32 millimeter terrain around it, like the scale of it, and again, the sculpt by Anderson Pioli really translated that feel. And if we could remove the cover at the top, yeah, just like the last spaceship we did, we have a removable top, and the pilot is also removable, so you can have like just a clear seat if you want to. If you want to put your own miniatures in it, yeah, like this is a bit of this ship is a bit of like the classic American car of ships. You gotta shell out some money to have a ship like this. You gotta have a lot of resources. Like this was designed. This was like meticulously prepared by probably a bunch of dudes that really like cars. You know the dudes I'm talking about. So yeah, this is the spaceship. It's the second spaceship that we've made. If you've purchased Saurian Native Diplomacy, if you're subscribed for that, so that was the first one, and yeah, we're not gonna stop doing spaceships anytime soon. Now, the next one is also great. Like, can our artists just not get it wrong? Like just once, right? Could they not get it wrong? So this is the rebellious salvaged spaceship, and this one really gives me a couple like some Star Wars vibes, right? Like some like the rebels had to put this together from scrap, right? It was salvaged, and then it was like updated with a bunch of parts from other ships, and it's just it just brings that feeling of what they did in like the original Star Wars movies for their ship models, right? It's just a lot of model bashing and kit bashing, and just bringing something new together and something great from a bunch of spare parts, and that's who just gives like those really gooey nostalgia feelings, right? And here we have it in all of its 3D sculpted glory. So yeah, this is the rebellious spaceship again with the removable top and the removable pilot. Uh, yeah, just a little bit scrappier, let's say, than the than the Cadillac of spaceships, let's call it. And I just want to give a shout out to both Saraiva, the concept artist, and the sculptor Anderson Pioli for all of the objects in this bundle and the ships. They just turned out amazing. If you could actually, I'm gonna change it to Álvaro really quick here again, just so you can see him like working on some detail. I think Álvaro is basically done with the sculpt already, which is also amazing. If we could get like both ships together, yeah, I think that's gonna look great on the shot right here. I just wanna, I really wanna have dog fights with these ships, the ships. Uh, so far. Yeah. Oh, we have like actual, not actual, right? But we have a celebrity in chat. We have Admiral Akbar in chat right now, and he's saying the rebellious salvage spaceship is his favorite so far. So yeah, from one scrappy rebellion to another. Thank you, Admiral. It is an honor to have you with us. It is an absolute honor. Yeah, so Álvaro is just like adding a lot of detail. He just can't help himself. Uh, what's that thing you? I've heard this like secondhand from someone else, Álvaro. But that thing you said that if we give you 6 months to finish a miniature, it's gonna take you 6 months, and you're always gonna be adding more stuff to it.
Like I say to my students, we always let go the sculpture. It's never actually really finished. We can
Yes.
always improve and add more details. So yeah, it can take forever. So if I have 1 month, I will spend 1 month sculpting. If I have 2 hours, I have to do something in 2 hours.
Yes, I think it's one. I think it's one of those. It's one of those things that, who, let's say, it's one of those things that the artist is like his own like biggest critic, right? So there's always something to improve. There's always something to add. It's never good enough. It's never like perfect. So they just keep adding stuff and keep doing
Oh,
it. It's just kind of the sin of the artist.
Yeah.
Okay, I think let's see, we're almost all set up here. So yeah, let's transition here into the. I'm just, I'm just literally just waiting for our turntable to spin it around a little bit, and here we go. Cool. Look at both of those ships uh, with like the drones on the side, just for scale and comparison. Just who. Yeah, someone was saying like this is a Destiny Fire team waiting to happen or something like that. Yeah, I want to have. Why does why do these ships need to be enemies of each other, right? Why do we need to destroy each other? Let's just let's just all get together like just a big family and yeah, just go kill some aliens or something, or destroy a Death Star, or an evil overlord. Let's not kill each other, guys. Yeah. Thanks for the warning, Hudson. We're on it. So yeah, this is the bundle, but that's not all we have to show to you guys today. So after all of this like amazing miniatures, who, just a second here. Well, I'll set some things up. After all of these amazing miniatures, I would urge you guys to check out the magazine. The team did an amazing job with this one. It's got all of the stat blocks. It's got the lore of all the characters, the lore of the bundle. I think it's just some really great content, and we hope you guys like it. Someone asked for Craig here if the things on the tip of his staff were like if it was just nuts and bolts or something, or if it was also a like detonation. They could detonate or something. Honestly, that's up to you. Here it's a nutted mall, so it's just got nuts on it for extra damage. But if you want to make it like explode with bullets or something, that's up to you, man. That's your game to play. So yeah, that's it for the bundle for now. But I know a lot of you have been anxiously expecting something else, right? And we have it. We've had several of them for our fantasy subscription already, but we're gonna have the first one for our sci-fi subscription, and it's the loyalty reward. And let's jump over to it now. So we have our first loyalty reward for sci-fi, and if you followed our last live stream, we already had it like almost 100% done. We just had like a couple of finishing touches to do. So for those who don't know, this is Grigory Belov right there in the corner. I'm gonna show like a bigger image of him in just a little bit, and his Avalanche Walker. And with this loyalty reward, we're going like full. We're giving like 2 minis for the price of one, basically, or 2 minis for the price of none. Is a loyalty reward. You get it by just being a loyal subscriber, which a lot of you guys are. So, yeah, Actually, just let us show the 75mm version first. I have with me the 32mm version of the loyalty reward. So it's a regular size man and his awesome mecha. The 32mm mecha actually kind of looks a little bit like a 75mm miniature, right? And just so you guys know, it actually opens up and you can have like the little Gregory inside. But we're gonna be able to see this a lot better in the 75mm version. So I'm gonna transition right now to the sculpt. And this is a wonderful sculpt by Robson Barros. I believe the concept art for this is by Saraiva as well, right, Álvaro?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is an amazing sculpt by Robson Barros. He's been doing a lot of great work for us. And this is the 75mm version. And yeah, like the helmet, you can have it on or off. And it actually has like a couple of hinges. It's optional, right? You can have a version that actually shows like, and I think this would be great, right? Just the helmet of the head of the mecha has been blown off in battle. And yeah, you actually have like a pilot version, a seated pilot version, but you also have Grigory Belov, and that's the 75mm version of Grigory, or the dear to our hearts Space Russian. But even better than that, just as we set it up here, I'm gonna show you guys. We have a statue version. So for loyalty rewards, we usually do like 32 and 75mm as always, but we also do a statue version of the loyalty reward. For this one, we're doing the statue version of Grigory. Doing a statue version, we've mentioned this before, but doing a statue version of the Avalanche Walker would be a bit of a hassle. It would be like the biggest jigsaw puzzles you guys have ever seen. It would be huge. So we're going for you guys are already getting like the 75mm millimeter version of the walker is already like really striking. It already makes for like a great display piece, right? But we have the statue version as well. So let's transition now into the statue version here, so you guys can see. Yes, just huge, just absolutely gigantic statue. It's the statue version of the loyalty reward is 1/6 scale. Uh, let's we're doing a little bit of okay. We're so yeah, with just this really badass guy. I like to think the gun he's holding. I'd like to think he just ripped it off of the mech, right? Of the mecha. Like once the mecha is destroyed, the soldiers gotta keep on going, keep on fighting. So yeah, I just ripped that thing out and just, you know, uh, yeah, we're gonna show you guys the 75 millimeter version again, real quick to show the detail of the hinged mechanism and how it opens up. And there we go. So yeah, it actually opens up. There's a little guy there. Yeah, guys, it opens. It opens. So yeah, just absolutely amazing. This this is one of those miniatures that makes me feel like a kid again, right? Just tell me this is not a great Christmas present that you got to yourself. Yeah.
This
Oh,
one was like a nightmare for Robinson
oh,
to
to
make
cut.
all the engineering behind
Oh yeah,
opening the
I can only imagine. Like it was probably a lot of work to cut it up in a way that would fit in the printers, right? And to make it work so that it would actually open up. It's not easy. Like those mechanical parts are not simple to design, and kudos for Hobson for doing it. So, yeah, this is the loyalty reward. It should be available tomorrow, I believe, for everyone. I've been seeing some people saying it in chat that it's already available. Is that right? Am I am I late to the party here? Uh, so yeah, yeah, this is the loyalty reward. But this is the okay. So I promise you guys a little bit of a surprise in the end of the live stream. The people that were here first, uh, the people that were here first heard that, right? But yeah, what's the surprise? So Grigory and the Avalanche Walker are our yeah. If we could get the 75 millimeter version of next to him as well. Yeah, I think it gives like a better idea of scale if we put the 75 millimeter there. Oh yeah, so it's already out. So yeah, great. We're probably gonna put a community post out today to let people know, those who are not following us here, that the lottery reward is already out. So yeah, the but the surprise. Let's get on to the surprise. We have a little something special to show with you guys. It's not ready yet, but it's gonna be in your hands in the not so distant future, let's say. And we have the concept art for our next sci-fi loyalty reward. Drum rolls, please. So yeah, we our Santa's little helpers are doing the best they can to indulge my whims here. So yeah, we have the concept for our next loyalty reward, and yeah, the first place that you guys are gonna be able to see it is here. and let me transition into it, and it's really, really cool. Those of you who are like, yeah, let me just show it to you. There are just no words to really, really describe it. So, yes, this is going to be our 6-month loyalty reward for sci-fi. And yeah, the first time I saw this concept art going around and like looked in our internal Discord server, I was like, what? And yeah, let's let's let me just give it a real close up here, so you guys can just take it all in. And I don't know if it's still, this is the 6 months lottery reward. It's still 6 months away, so we haven't settled on a name yet. I think we have a couple of options going around right now, right, Alvaro?
Yeah.
But we haven't settled on a name. So yeah, what do you guys think? Alvaro, do you think maybe we should like come up with a couple of options and put it to a vote? We have 3 months until the release.
We have time, so the community can help us to
Yeah,
choose better name.
yeah, we can probably we're probably gonna ask you guys in like in probably a month or so. We're gonna come up with a couple of different names, and maybe we'll do a similar process that we did with the our first sci-fi ship, right? We're gonna put up a poll or survey where you guys can give us like name suggestions, and then we're gonna pick the best ones among those, and yeah, and probably a couple of options from the loot team as well, because everyone is in love with this concept and everyone wants to pitch in, and then we can put it to a vote, and the community can help choose the name for this awesome mecha. So, do we have so has it been decided like the scale of the miniature already, Alvaro?
So this miniature, as uh we want to make our loyalty rewards something different from our regular minis, the statue scale for me is very special. So if we do this robot like a huge robot, it wouldn't work really well as a statue. It would not fit our statue collection. So
Yes.
I'm trying to make all the loyalty rewards more or less a humanoid scale. So for this robot, we imagined it as like I'm not sure how to say in feet, but it would be around 7 feet maybe, like 2 meters or two.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. He would be like 7 feet tall in like
yeah,
real life, right?
yeah, it's a tall robot, but not gigantic. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a human
Yeah,
robot.
humanoid size. But
Yeah.
yeah, uh,
So we will do the regular 32 and 75 millimeters and the statue version as well.
yeah, and the statue version is gonna work. Is gonna look great as part of a collection. And if you guys really want to give it that like anime feel, you can use the statue scale in your game, right? Maybe your I don't know, man. Like the maybe you just want to fight a kaiju, right? Like that's use the statue version for that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this I think this is gonna turn out awesome. Like my my little nerd heart when I saw this just kind of grew 3 sizes. Let's just say that.
And for this one, Guilherme designed it with 4 arms, but you have the option to use only the two bigger arms. This robot, so it's very cool.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's absolutely great. You guys have been asking us for a little bit more versatility in the four-armed characters, so we're always listening to you. So yeah. Oh, this concept art, this amazing concept art, was done by Guilherme Mota. I forgot to mention this in the beginning. Uh, yeah, people are saying they are subbing for 6 months right now. Yeah, that's I would as well. It is so great to work at Loot and just have access to all of this goodness. It's like it's like being the inheritor of a big treasure trove, right?
Yeah,
S-
we have to pay attention to Tiago because he's
oh
famous.
come on, man! Like
He's
I
taking,
ha- I have barely taken any of the minis home with me.
if the mini has like a really small issue, broken finger, here we put it on the like the trash box, and when Thiago's here, the trash box suddenly it's empty, like he has a big collection of broken miniatures at home.
Yeah, just they are perfectly fine. I picked up like once. I come to the office and I wasn't. I was working from home, so I was coming to the office like once a month. I come to the office. There's all of this like loot miniature goodness just standing there. No one claimed it. I was like, "Yep, this is mine." I picked it up. I licked it, and I claimed my I claimed my miniatures. Tasted horrible. Like, don't do it, kids. Don't do it at home. Like the isopropyl alcohol and the resin, not good for you. Not good for your health. Not at all. So yeah, this is going to be, and let's just close up on that face again. Look at all that goodness there. Whew. Yeah. So this is gonna be our 6 month loyalty reward, name to be determined. Uh, so yeah, and oh, let's see here. Before we go, and let's see, I have one more announcement to make, and here's the announcement. And actually, if we could get, if Natalie, do you have the link ready? Someone's gonna post it in chat. We have the link ready for a survey that we have up. And in this survey, we're just asking you guys, like, we're just trying to get to know you guys a little better. Like, what do you guys want to see from Loot in the future? So we have a bunch of like possible bundle team options there. We also ask you if there's anything you'd like us to focus on, like if there are any games that you'd like that you think would be great inspiration for a future bundle, stuff like that. And it takes like less than 5 minutes to answer, and it would really help us out if you guys took that time to get to it and answer it. And as a reward for completing the survey, we have a miniature up. We have the adventure mini up. So for the adventure is kind of like he kind of embodies the spirit of starting your 3D printing adventure with loot, right? So yeah, this mini is available right now as part of the survey, and it's only going to be available until like I believe it's I believe it's like 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. PST tomorrow. So you guys have roughly like 22 hours to answer the survey. So yeah, answer the survey, get this awesome mini, and help us out. Somebody's gonna post the link in the comments. The link is also posted in a couple of community posts we did a couple of days ago. So yeah, this is gonna be just don't forget to answer the survey and help us out with that. And yeah, this is it for now. I think that's all the announcements. And so we have some time for questions and answers, a Q&A bit. I'm gonna alternate it to back to letter reward here, but actually let's check like Marcia's progress with this. Marcia is just chugging along. Like I can actually see like the Marcia, the big demolition ball in his left hand, is that like is that an effect that you did while I wasn't paying attention? The metallic shine?
Yes, I applied a metallic paint.
Great. Like it's already coming to life, the miniature. And like the color choice also is just like who just the thing it really matches the personality I imagine Zhaobo would have. Uh, yeah, Alvaro has also completed his miniature here, the three ornament here. Let me change it back to him.
To finish quickly the sculpture so you can watch the live stream as well.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I think it turned out amazing. Can you give us, it was like a little bit of a, can you turn it around so you can see it a little bit better?
Sure. So we have this more clean face, and here you have a really ugly alien-like creature.
Yeah, yeah, it's really, really giving me like the Starro space hugger vibes, right?
Yeah.
Face hugger, actually.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so
Of
just
course,
a lot of goodness that we have for you guys this time
yeah,
around.
we'll place support on these miniatures, this miniature, print it so to make sure it's working. And of course, before Christmas, in a few days, our subscribers will be able to download this miniature. And probably we will put it both on the Punch Out Under Siege
Yes,
bundle, our fantasy bundle, and on our this
this bundle,
bundle.
the sci-fi
Yeah,
subscription. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's going to be available. It's going to be as part of the December bundle. So look out for it. When it comes out, we're probably gonna make a community post to let you guys know. We're also gonna let you guys know in the newsletter. So as soon as it comes out, you guys can print it and paint it and put it up the Christmas tree. So you guys have some time to do it. Uh, Let me go back here. So yeah, we have some time now to get around to a Q&A section. So if you guys have any questions or suggestions for Loot, just put it in chat, and we're gonna check them out. I'm gonna actually go back here and check around. I've been trying to follow chat during the live stream. Let's see here. Where we could go. Yeah, people are asking about the survey. It's the same survey you guys got like almost a week ago, right? We released it last Thursday, and it's gonna be up until it's a 7-day survey. We really want to hear as many of you as we can. We want to get like a picture of the. Okay, so yeah, we really want to get a kind of take a picture of a slice of the community and really get to know you guys a little better, right? We're planning on opening a couple of more firm feedback channels and have a more active feedback loop. So yes, let's see what else here. For chance in the future, can you make some extras can actually stand on? Yeah, absolutely. Let me just. Somebody handed me a note here. They really want to make. I need to make sure you guys know that for. Let's look at this. Oh,
Anyone buy those bundles until Friday, they still can receive the loyalty.
okay. So this is it's a lovely color render of the Avalanche Walker that we got from House on Barros, right? I think this color render is from him, the sculptor. And my team here really wants me to let you know that if you guys buy the old bundles until I believe Friday, if you complete the collection, you can still get the Avalanche Walker and Grigory, like the 3 month loyalty reward. You can still get it this month. So if you just subscribed, you can still get it by buying the old bundles. Okay, and completing the sequence. Uh, awesome. Ooh, that's a okay. So Queralt Puigur. Oh Jesus, Queralt. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna even try to say your last name. I'm sure I butchered the first name. So she's asking Alvaro, is it possible to get a printable stencil to put the rebel insignia in their armor? That would be awesome. I think we can do that. I think we can do a stencil, right? It's something really simple. I think our design team can do that. We have that lying around. So yeah, uh, I think that's a definite possibility. Let's see here what else. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of suggestions here, and we're gonna take all of the suggestions to heart. But if you guys have any other like questions or requests, this is the time, man. Or just like curiosities. It doesn't even have to be about the bundle. It can just be about loot. We're kind of opening up this time so you guys can tell us what you think. Ooh, so Denko Andruske is asking, can we have different pilots for the walker, male and female? So I think the way we approach this loyalty reward in particular is that the loyalty reward itself is Grigory or lovely space Russian, and he comes with the mecha, but he's kind of a complete character, right? If we do another mecha in the future, we can certainly look into the possibility of of having uh, of having two versions, a male and a female version. Uh, but that's something for the future. Uh, let's see. Oh, Bare Bones is asking, how is your new website coming along? I think he means we've mentioned this a couple of different times in the community. A lot of guys have requests from us like for functionality for the website, and we have some technical limitations. There's some stuff we can't do because of the platform we're currently working with. Uh, but we have been for a while working on a big upgrade. It's gonna bring like a lot of the features you guys have been requesting for a while. They're gonna be coming like fairly soon, and by fairly soon I mean, I can't actually give you guys a date. So it's fairly soon. So yeah, it's coming along nicely, and you guys should see some of that soon. Uh, okay. Admiral Akbar is asking, can you continue including spaceships with each bundle? Uh, I don't think, at least for now, the spaceships are going to be a permanent fixture of the bundles. We're definitely doing spaceships whenever like the bundle uh, like requires one. Like this bundle definitely required a spaceship. But yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff coming. A couple of different vehicles coming in the future. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We're gonna have awesome stuff in every single bundle in the future.
Yeah, we are trying to invest more time and energy on the objects
Hmm.
because we know a lot of people subscribe to Loot because of them. So especially next year, you can expect uh, bigger, better, more detailed objects, both in sci-fi and fantasy. So if we are talk about fantasy bundles here, but if you already know what will come on the next bundle for the fan subscription, you know we are doing like a big cathedral, a very big building, and yeah, we are not doing spaceships on every bundle, but you can expect bigger vehicles, and a lot of really cool objects. We are trying to do at least one bigger object for each bundle.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think Marcia even moved away from that now, but there's a couple of people asking really enthusiastically in chat. Marcia, what kind of pencils are you using? Like, I think people really, really want to know.
Well, guys, I really want to know too because I bought and I don't know how it work yet.
Oh yeah, so you're just like testing them out. You just
Yes, yes. I think there is something for um, weathering
mhm.
and to write something, but I'm not sure yet how to use.
I always say that Marcia likes to test things for the first time in a very special moment, like when people go for the first time to our house. Marcia tries a really new recipe that she never cooked before, and now you can see she's trying a pencil that she never used it before doing a live stream.
Yeah, you gotta try the new stuff. So yeah, let's keep on trucking here. We still have a couple of minutes before we have to end the live stream. So yeah, let's see here. Awesome, thank you. Okay, let's see here. Are the pilot models for the mechs and ships interchangeable? I think the pilot models for the ships maybe. I think we use like something standard, right? But not for the mechas. Uh,
Yeah, they are removable. You can print the ship without the pilot
yeah, but
and use your own miniature.
I think people are asking if you can use like the rebel pilot into the
Oh, no.
military spaceship and
Oh
vice
no,
versa.
yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe they will fit, but they weren't designed for this.
Yeah, I don't think they were designed for this, but I think maybe because they were designed by the same person, right? On the Sompioli, we could check, but
Yeah, here at Loot, when we are printing things, we are always take pilots and characters riding a horse or anything like this and try to fit in other miniatures. And it's really fun because some of them fit really well.
yeah, yeah. I think they have the spaceships also have. We're probably not gonna do like one standard everything. We could look into that. But yeah, future spaceships and future vehicles may have very different designs, and it wouldn't like they wouldn't always fit right. And we don't want to be constraining ourselves just to make it fit. Yeah, Bare Bones is saying crashed vehicles would be cool as well. You see, here's the thing about crashed vehicles. Whenever we do a crashed or destroyed something, you guys want the whole version of it. So like you gotta think for every time we do a crashed vehicle or destroyed vehicle or something, you guys are going to bombard us with requests for for like the complete versions. But yeah, sure. We actually have like the first version of our first spaceship started out like that. We started with a crashed spaceship, and we were like, yeah, people are gonna ask for the full version, like the clean version, and that's how the Sky Looter was born.
Mhm.
Okay, so next question here. Smithy Boats. He's asking what type of resin printers do you use to print your models, and what would you recommend to someone just getting into the hobby? So there are several entry level resin printers that in the market. The we have several like anycubic photon mono here, and we have I think is a couple of mono X's as well. But there are a lot of like similar. There are a lot of miniatures that would work just as well, right?
Yeah,
Or printers actually that would work
the
just as
truth
well.
is that most printers are very similar. Like they have the same resolution, they use the same slicer. Wha- What changed mostly from them is like the construction. Like some printers are stronger, heavier, they will last longer maybe, but the technology is basically the same. So uh, we already used printers from Frozen, and they are great. We have people here that own Elegoo, Mars, Elegoo Saturn printers, and they are great. So we
Yeah,
just chose Anycubic because we really like the printers. They are great, and they are a great company to work with as well. They are very kind to us. It's really good. Like their communication is really cool. So yeah, we chose to Anycubic to be our official like printers,
yeah,
but we are not attached to any
yeah,
company. And I can say mostly most printers today are really good. So if you have the right settings, you will be able to print with the same quality as we do with uh, every printer.
yes. For the just you can buy. You don't need to buy like a larger format printer as well. You can buy like uh, I think it's like a frozen mini or an anycubic mono, right? Like the smaller print bed, because all of our minis, except for like statue scale stuff like the larger reward, everything that we do 32 and 75 millimeters is made to fit on the smaller print bed. So you don't need to start with the larger ones. Uh, as for resin, we just use like a standard gray flexible resin. And as for like printing tips, if you're just starting out, we have a 3D printing tutorial series on our YouTube channel right now, so you can check that out and learn how to get the same results that we do. So we're not doing like anything special when we print, and that's actually kind of important to us because we want to make sure that we you guys don't have to do anything special, so you could get the same awesome results that we do with not that much extra effort, right? Could I ask? Yeah, people are just there's a couple of people just kind of throwing around ideas for loyalty rewards and for future bundles and stuff like that. The soft Charles Duffy is asking, what software do you use to sculpt?
So we usually use a software called ZBrush. It's like use it to sculpt characters for movies, for games, and for collectibles as well.
Studios. Ooh, Eric Erickson is asking. I've always loved to all. I've always loved your models as a 3D artist that does minis in their spare time. I was wondering if you had some advice as far as joining a team like that of Flute Studios. Do you have any advice for him, Alvaro?
So my advice is to focus your portfolio on the specific area that you want to work with. So if you want to work with miniatures, sculpt a lot of miniatures, like with the standard round base and with the 3D printing in mind. So if you are doing a miniature, you can't sculpt very, very thin parts. You have to do everything more a little stronger, right? So the miniature isn't really fragile. So if you have a really good portfolio with good sculpting skills and a lot of examples showing that you know what you are doing, you will probably get attention of the companies that you want to work with. So, for example, when I'm looking for new artists, if in a portfolio I see only characters created for games, it the characters can be very good, but I won't be very sure if the artist is able to sculpt miniatures because the sculpting process is very similar, both for games, for movies, for miniatures. Sculpting is the same. However, when you finish the model, then it's when the process changes a lot. So you have to know how to take a model and adjust it for 3D printing and especially for miniatures. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I think that's great advice. So let's see here. We have time for like a couple more questions. Charles Duff is asking, do you use the same software for terrain as well? And yes, the same software, right? Is ZBrush as well for terrain?
Some people sometimes use a different software like Maya, 3ds Max, or Blender. Uh, I I think that our object sculptor for the sci-fi subscription, Anderson, sometimes uses Blender. I'm not sure if he's online right now, but uh, most artists that work for Loot create 100% of the model using only ZBrush.
Uh, okay, let's see here. Ooh, let's see. I'm going back and just looking for a couple more questions. Uh, ooh, Greg Shaw, I think we're gonna. Do you have? He's asking, do you have any issues with the Mono X anti-aliasing? I don't know if
Yeah,
Enrique is.
I think we have. So this is why we don't use it. Like if you see really really close, you can see some layer lines on, not layer lines, like pixel lines, right, on our miniatures. But when we tried to use anti-aliasing, it left the miniature really so smooth that it became like shiny, and for uh, photos and filming, it wasn't looking very good. So we decided to turn this off, and for me, it looks great. But yeah, I heard that Anycubic is working on it, and uh, I hope they can fix it soon.
Okay, so yes, I guess that's our time for today, folks. We started like I think that's like 2 hours on the clock. So yeah, I'm gonna change it to Marcia now. Marcia, make sure not to show them the backside that's not painted. Like let's keep this our little secret. So yes, let's end the live stream for today, folks. It's been great having you guys here today, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next one.
Thank you guys for staying here with us. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
We found the font of life. Prosperity is on its way.